Good morning and happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. Friday morning. How did it already become Friday? It is a crazy busy week. Yes, I see you. He always wants to say hi. He always wants to say hi. Huh. How did everybody's week go? Everybody have a good week? Good morning, Eliza. How are you? Good morning, Brenda. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for the heart, B. Thank you very much. Liza says good morning. They say good morning. They say good morning. Good morning, Katie. How are you this morning? Thank you, Miss Irie. Thank you, thank you. Good morning, Colestad. Good morning, John. Good morning. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Barb. Good morning, Margaret. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. The Popeyes. They got the Popeyes. We got the Popeyes. Good morning, good morning. How we all doing? We're going to have fun this morning. So, somebody asked for a zipper bag yesterday. And so I went on. Good morning, Miss Nikki. You're up early this morning, Miss Nikki. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. So I went on. Have y'all used Parker on the porch? If you have not, how cool is that? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Not working today, but have a doctor's appointment. Well, cool. You get to hang out for the day, Miss Nikki. You and I need to visit. We need to have a day. I'm thinking we need to take a day. Me, you, Ashley, and go to the fabric store. We need to take one of those days. Get down. So today we are going to do a zipper bag. And like I said, have you used Parker on the Porch? So Parker on the Porch is kind of like Embroidery Library, Urban Threads, all those other places, that you can get embroidery designs. Thank you, Miss Shannon. Thank you. So I went on Parker on the Porch, and y'all, you want to see this bag? So it's on my screen. I can't really, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So let's see if we can get you guys. I'm going to move you over a little bit. So this is the one we're going to do. That is the one we're going to do today. Tell me what you think, guys. Good morning, Prinny. How are you? Good morning. That is the one. I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit. That way you can see. It may be too bright for you to see. Maybe. I think it's too bright, isn't it? It's too bright. Anyways, so it's a double zipper bag. It's a fair, unmirror. Sorry. Let's unmirror you. Hold on. We're going to take you off here. We're going to flip there. There we go. YT, I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. So it's the double hipster bag, zipper size 5. So, but that's the one we're going to do today. That is the one that we're going to do today. So I'm going to flip the camera. Let me see. Oops, stop doing that. I'm going to try something right quick. I'm going to try. Can I? I don't know if I can. Share your screen. We're going to share my screen. Hold on, guys. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to unshare. Hopefully I can unshare. Oh, stop doing that. Stop sharing. Share window. Let's do this. Thank you guys. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to share with YT so they can see. So that one. So if I go to download, go back. There. Okay. Can you guys see that screen? See if we're trying to work on that. So no, you only see the other screen. Hold on. You see the other screen. Wrong screen. Stop sharing. Trying to help you guys out. Hold on. Hold on. Stop doing that fly. Oh my gosh. Fly is killing me, guys. There it is. I found it. I found it. Okay. Okay. That is the one we're going to be doing, guys. That's the one we're going to be doing. Good morning, Baxter. How are you? How are you? Oh, he's going to squeak this morning, guys. Okay. Can you guys see that one now? Trying to help it out. I want both of you guys to be able to see the one that we're going to be doing. So, okay. Is that not so cute? So it's a double zipper bag. So that is what we're going to be using. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. So we're going to get started on this, guys, because it goes in two hoopings, because you make that front pocket first. And then after you do that, you do the other section. So we're going to get going on this. I'm going to unshare my screen over here on YT so you guys can see. And that one, stop sharing. Okay, there we go. Where did you say you got that? Parker on the porch, Irie. Parker on the porch. If you go to that page, we'll just say page. Go to that page. Search for double hipster zipper bag. Double hipster zipper bag. It's size 5 on that one. They have multiple sizes that you can get. So, good morning, Miss Lisa. How we feeling this morning, Miss Lisa? Good morning, Miss Debbie. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get hooping. We're going to get hooping. I am good. It's Friday. It's Friday morning. So, anyways, we're going to get hooping here. We're going to see what we can come up with. So, because I'm not a zipper fan, but I am a zipper fan in the hoop. I'm a zipper fan in the hoop. So I decided, I was like, you know what? Let's do a double zipper. Let's do a double zipper, because somebody asked for a zipper bag today. So we're going to do a zipper bag today. So we're going to see what we can come up with. So first thing we got to do is hoop that stabilizer. We got to hoop the stabilizer. Let me grab some stabilizer. Hold on. No, sure. Okay, watch out, dude. Watch out, dude. Okay, back of this away. Back of this away. Okay, so I am going to use a no-show. Thank you, Miss Debbie. A no-show mesh. A no-show mesh. So I'm not going to get myself in trouble, because if I show the actual label, I'll get myself in trouble on that. So, but over here on YT, I think I can show the label without getting in trouble. So I show it over there. We are not doing that, dude. Just let me verify what hoop I can use. Let me verify what hoop I can use. Did y'all have fun with the what did we do yesterday? We did the towels. Did y'all have fun with the towels yesterday? I think they came out cool. I think the towels came out really cool. So I think. I'm gonna move y'all back a little bit. My floor is a little off. So from my local quilt shop, actually, but it's Floriani. It's Floriani, Baxter. It is a Floriani stabilizer, and I love the Floriani stabilizer. So Yeah, I like the towels. The towels came out cool. It was pretty cool on those. So let me move y'all this way. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the embroidery foot on there before I forget. Before I forget. It's funny because I've started embroidering and halfway through the design realize, oh might help if you put the right foot on there. I mean, it'll still work. But and I was watching the video on this. Thank you very much. I was watching the video on this before I came on, and they were saying I need to raise that foot up. So we're going to raise the foot up before we start this design, because you're going to be sewing through quite a few layers. And with sewing through quite a few layers, good morning, Latoya. How are you? Sewing through quite a few layers, sometimes that foot will end up grabbing on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, lower that, come over here, and we're going to look, because there's a setting in here. So to get to your setting, and this is a brother, to get to your setting on that, you go to this little notepad up here. Click the little notepad. You'll see that you have all these pages on here. Now I'm going to have to remember exactly where it's at. So I'm thinking it's back this way. Free motion foot height. No, I want the embroidery height. Presser foot height. That is what I want, I believe. No, maybe. Oh, we probably need to go. Well, let's go to embroidery before we start, because I'm thinking maybe embroidery foot height. Yeah. So you actually got to be in the embroidery section of it. You got to be in the embroidery section of it to be able to do it. So in here you have embroidery foot height. So we're going to go in here and we're going to raise it up a little bit. That way it's up a little bit. I'm thinking we're going to go to 0.1 and say, okay. That way when it actually goes down on the actual embroider, it doesn't go down as far, and it can go over those zippers, over all that stuff. And like I said, it's going to have layers. You're going to have layers in that thing. So, so let's go ahead and load that design. I send it over to there on the Wi-Fi. So we're going to click on that Wi-Fi. I have all these fun designs in here. I created one the other day. It's going to take quite a while. So the first hooping, thinking that first hooping is that one that extends outside of the embroidery frame. If you plan on rotate. So set that one. So 11. So I did 8 by. So that one's 11. So we're gonna have to use the bigger embroidery frame. Thinking. I can use the magnetic hoop. We're gonna use the magnetic hoop, guys. So we're going to use the magnetic hoop. We're going to hoop a no-show mesh stabilizer in here. So let me hoop this stabilizer right quick, and then we'll come back over here. And again, this is Parker on the Porch, guys. I like to use different designs from different companies. So I think I've done one other Parker on the Porch. So we're going to have some fun with this. We are going to have some fun with this one. And I'm thinking we're going to add a design into the middle of that middle pocket. We're going to see how big that pocket is. And if it's big enough, we're going to have some fun. Hold on. I got a mess going up over here. Have a mess going. I have a mess. I can move you guys over here so you can see what I'm doing. I am hooping down. I am hooping the stabilizer. So I said, ignore my mess, guys. Ignore my mess. I will clean this weekend. I'm going to reorganize. I'm going to try and reorganize. Hopefully. They put this tape on here. They really shouldn't put that strong of tape on here, because trying to get that strong tape off here sometimes. Thinking, I don't know. I'm going to move my towel. I still haven't got my press of mine out, guys. I need to get my pressing mat back. Stay there. We're going to see if we can hoop it this way. I'm hoping we can hoop it this way. Hooping. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Stay there. Pull it this way. Yay, I think it's going to work, guys. I think it's going to work. As long as it's, I mean, you can pull this no-show mesh pretty tight. So that makes it, see, pretty tight. Pretty tight on there. Okay. So we're going to back over to the embroidery machine. Load that in there. Okay. Come back this way. Okay. So first thing we got to do, we are making a zipper bag, Miss Lisa. We are doing a zipper bag, and it's from Parker on the Porch. From Parker on the Porch. It's a double zipper bag. Double zipper bag here. And I'm going to pull the instructions up because I haven't made this before. I have not made this before. So we're going to go, I'm going to come over here on my other computer. And I'm going to go grab those instructions. So I can follow the instructions over here on this other screen. So we can do download, please. Download, please. Open that folder. Because what they do is when you get your design, they give you the instructions on how to do it. So they give you those instructions on how to do that. Bring you over here. We're going to come, hold on a minute. Continuous scroll. I want continuous scroll. I'm going down to instructions. Okay, first step, run the placement stitch directly onto your stabilizer. The placement's top and bottom. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to run a placement stitch. On this, you want you want a color that's going to pop. That way you can see exactly where you're going to place it at. So we're going to take this off. We're going to take that yellow off. We're going to put, because I'm thinking we're going to have some fun. We are going to have some fun. I got to look at my fabric I have down here, but I'm thinking purples. Who likes purples? Who like a purples? I like purples. Purple's like my favorite color, guys. I really love purple. And hold on, I'm going to make sure that you guys can see before I do anything. I'm just threading the machine here. Getting the machine threaded. Okay, yeah, you guys can see. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So, like I said, we are doing a double zipper bag. So the first thing we got to do is we're got to do that first placement line, okay? So this bag, I turned it sideways because this is going to be an 8x10 bag, I believe. So I decided to do a big bag. So the top of the bag is up here. So it's going to run that placement stitch for that zipper. So we have a middle pocket on that zipper, and then we're going to have a top zipper on here. So let's go ahead and run that placement line. We're going to see how big that zipper is, and then I'm going to grab a zipper that we're going to place in here. And the nice thing is when you use a color that shows up, you'll actually be able to see exactly where you're going to put that zipper. So okay, so it looks like, okay. Oh, very big zipper there. one big enough? That one is big enough. Trying to find zippers, guys. Try running that placement stitch. I like the darker purple. Yeah, the darker purple. I like dark purple. Y'all like dark purple? Because we have a dark purple and a light purple, but I want dark purple. So I want dark purple. So in the instructions, it's saying so we're going to pin it, or we're going to tape it down. So, and you're going to put the zipper to the right, to the left. No, anyways, back to marching. I'm going to be marching. So you put the placement in between those zipper, in between those lines, because you have a top and you've got a bottom and you've got that center. So you try and center that zipper right there on that zipper line. Because what's going to happen is our next stitching is going to come and it's going to stitch that bottom and it's going to stitch that top. It's going to stitch that zipper down, guys. It's going to stitch that zipper down. So this hoop is a 16 by, I can't remember. It's the big magnetic hoop by Dime. Big magnetic hoop by Dime. So, but it's like a 16 by something. I can't remember here. Tell you what, I'll measure it. Tell you what, I'll measure it. Let's measure. So it is, so the inside, so 12 by 18. 12 by 18. It's a big hoop. It's a big hoop, guys. So anyways, so we're going to take that. So I was using medical tape for the longest time, guys. I was using medical tape. And then it is a little sticky, but it worked really well. But somebody told me painter's tape. So painter's tape works really well, and it doesn't leave a sticky residue. It doesn't leave any kind of a sticky residue on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to tape both sides down. Make sure it's centered in between those lines that you just stitched. It's centered in between those lines. Okay, so here we go. So now we're going to run that next placement stitch, guys. Let's run that next placement stitch. And y'all, we're putting a zipper on. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk here, guys? And as you can see, the zipper foot, the foot is up a little bit. That makes it nice because it's not going to push against that zipper as it's stitching down. So it's going to stitch that one right there. And then it'll cut that thread, and then it'll come over to the other side and it'll cut this side. So, and it's going to stitch it down there. So, yay. Like I said, you have to make sure it's in the middle of that, in the middle of there, or otherwise it's going to miss it. It will miss that placement stitch. And why did it totally not stitch anything? Really? It did not grab, hold on. Did not grab my bobbin. Am I out of bobbin? No, I'm not out of bobbin. See, this is what happens. See? This is what happens, guys. Sometimes you got to go back in and rethread. We may need to drop the height just a little bit. Maybe I went too high. Maybe I went too high. Let's go down just a little bit. Let's go down to that one. That way, maybe I went too much. So we're going to go there. I'm going to cut that thread off. Cut that. The scissors I grab are these huge scissors. Okay, so let's back it up a few stitches. We're going to back up. Let's try this again. I think maybe it was a little bit too high. Maybe a little bit too high. There it goes. Now it's stitching. Now it's stitching. Yay. Okay. So now that it's stitched that, let's look and see. On there. So now it's saying go ahead and cut away the stabilizer on the back side of the so on the back side of this hoop. So you have the stabilizer on the inside of that. I'm just not comfortable with doing that, so I don't think I want to do that yet. Have y'all cut away the stabilizer? Yay, it's Friday, right? It is Friday, y'all. So saying go ahead and cut away that stabilizer right now on the inside of there. Let's see. Hold on. I guess we can. Why not? We're going to follow instructions. Carrie, follow instructions. Follow instructions. So best way to do the stabilizer is with your seam ripper. The seam ripper, and you want to make sure you don't go through the what do you call it? The stitch line. So we're going to go all the way over here because we're going to open up that zipper there. And maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it's a good idea. Miss Abby, you on here? Miss Abby and I are always doing these. So we're going to go ahead, and maybe this is an awesome idea. I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, you know, it's a lot easier this way than it is trying to do it after it's made. So trying to do it after it's made is kind of a pain. So maybe this is an actual good idea. Who knows? Well, I'm sure it's a good idea. She's a phenomenal design maker, so done a lot more than I have. So have you done it this way, Miss Abby? Because I always do the whole thing and then remove the stabilizer from the middle. Then remove the stabilizer from the middle. Seems to work okay. So our next step is the back of the hoop. We're going to put the top, we're going to lay that front liner right side down. No, but I'm definitely going to try it. Right, Abby? I'm thinking maybe. Okay, so the front, so what we need to do is, this is a big hoop, guys. So now what we need to do, so this is the top of the bag. This is the back of the hoop. I have made a bib in the hoop before, but never anything with a zipper. Oh my gosh, Miss Lisa, zippers are phenomenal. This is the only way I do zippers. I hate zippers. Sewing zippers is not my friend, but sewing zippers in the hoop is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so this is the back of the hoop, and now what we need to do is we're going to put the top of the lining on there. So I need to figure out what fabric we're going to use. I need to figure out what fabric we're going to use because I have some fun fabric. Where's that here? Where's it at? There it is. I'm thinking we're going to see, hopefully, I got some remnants from Quilt Store, and it had some purple. Hoping there's a purple piece in here that'll work. Hoping. We're going to see. That is not. Of course, this is the lining, though. This is the lining. I think the lining's really not going to matter much. Lining. Sorry, guys. I should have prepped this before. I apologize. I should have prepped this before, and I didn't. I did not. Fabric there, Blazer. I need fabric. Can you help me with fabric, Blazer? He's like, sure. I'll help you with fabric. I'll help you with fabric. Why not? Why not? Okay. So this is just the lining. So with it being just the lining, we're going to go. So where is it? It's stitching. So this is just right here in the middle. So it's that lining right there. So we're going to go. And they give you measurements. I have never done it. They give you measurements that you can cut out it's the exact size you need. Y'all, I'm always guessing. Sometimes I guess wrong and end up having to go back and restitch it because I didn't do it big enough, but it's okay. So, okay. So now what we need to do is we need to take, so we're going to go, this is the back lining. So this is the back side of the hoop, and I'm going to put it right there, and we're going to tape it down. We're going to tape it down here. And I do here. And I just put one on each corner. Y'all, I end up using a lot of tape. I use a lot of tape, but that's why you get the big rolls. That's why you get the big rolls. I'd rather have too much tape than not enough tape, because if you flip over that hoop and you find that when you flipped over the hoop, that you have ended up stitching it back that way, you get a little aggravated. You get a little aggravated. I'm like, oh no. So the top side, I am thinking, so we're gonna see. I'm hoping. So we're gonna play with these fabrics. We're gonna play with these fabrics for the outside. For the outside. Open, hooping. We're gonna find out. We are gonna find out, yeah. Well, it's 10 by 10, so thinking the fabric should be good. Worst case scenario, we have to sew some together. Worst case scenario. So we're going to take, and we're going to put this one right side down right here. Tack it down a little bit. Tack it down. Oh, I was like, what did I do with my tape? What? These are fun, made out of vinyl. Yes, Marnie, they are. Yes, they are. So I'm going to tape that there, and I'm going to tape this one down here just to keep it in place. Just to keep it in place. So now what will happen is so we have the back on there, we have the front on there, and it's right side down. And so now we're going to next we're going to lay, or we're going to stitch. It'll stitch right above that zipper. And you leave the zipper closed. You leave that zipper closed. So it's going to stitch right above there. Stitching right across there. So now what'll happen is I need to take it back out of the hoop. There's a lot of hooping and unhooping on this thing. A lot of hooping and unhooping. Barb, it's 3 degrees. Are you kidding me? That is cold. That is cold. It must not be that cold here because it's fairly warm. Fairly warm. So now we're going to take this tape off. We're going to flip it up this way. I'm going to flip it up that way. I'm going to tape that up here. As you see, I added extra, but it's okay. I don't care. I said I'd rather have too much fabric than not enough fabric. Too much fabric than not enough fabric. So we're going to flip it to the back side. And this is the lining. This is the lining here. So we're going to untape here. Come on. On a tape. On a tape. So then you take and you run this. And this is just the lining on this side. So we're going to pull it up this way. And I'm going to tape it to the hoop. I'm going to tape it up there to the hoop so it stays that way. I'm going to tape both sides here. Tape both sides. So now we'll flip it back over and we're going to run that placement stitch for the inside of there. And what's going to do is it's going to stitch the top of that bag. And I think we're going to have room. I think we're going to actually have room. So now it'll run that placement stitch here. Sorry if I'm missing your question, guys. I know Miss Abby's on here and she can answer a lot of questions here. Phone says 47 degrees, Nikki. Yeah, I was going to say it's pretty warm. And say it doesn't feel that cold. It does not feel that cold at all. So I said this bag is done in 2 hoopings. So we're doing the first hooping here. And it doesn't take that long. I mean, it's a total of 5 minutes for this stitching. So now it's going to do the bottom of the bag. So we need to do, I'm following instructions here. We're going to follow instructions. So we're going to go down, down, down. Flip the front one over, back a hooping, back a hooping. So now we're going to do the top of the bag. We're going to do the top of the bag. So we need to do the, so we're going to flip this back over. So as you see, it's done the top of the bag. You'll see there's a lot of tape here. Let me take this tape off here. But you'll see that the top of the bag is stitched right here. So now what it's going to do is it's going to stitch the bottom of this bag. So we need to flip it over, and yep, that's what happens. Ends up. Good thing that's just the lining, because so that's where you need extra tape. I should have put more tape. I should have put more tape down, but it's okay. It to be okay. It to be okay. Where's my lining? Don't think that is big enough. It is not big enough. I need a bigger piece. Bigger piece. So on this one, you're going to put it up here like this. I said, never too much tape. I didn't use enough tape on the last one. On that second time when I pulled it down, because it ended up folding over, guys. Ended up folding over. So now I'm going to flip it over the other way. Flip it over the other way. So now, and this is going to be in the middle. And we're going to find a fun, maybe we'll find one of our fun ladies to throw in the middle. Maybe one of our fun ladies to throw in the middle. Thinking. Let's do this one. We're going to put, so I think this will be big enough. Yes. So we're going to take, we'll put that there. We'll move those pieces of tape. Remove those pieces of tape here. Okay. We're going to put you guys there. Put you guys there just in case we need you. So now we're going to take, we're going to line this up here. Because I'm thinking, did I just mess up? No, I did not. Okay. I was like, did I just mess up? I was thinking I just messed up because I didn't make it big enough this way, but we're going to be putting another piece of fabric on this way. So we're okay. We are okay. Okay. So now we're going to hoop this in here. You don't have to hoop. You don't have to tape the top because you're just floating the top on there. You're pretty much floating everything because you're not, it's not in the hoop. So we're going to go ahead and hit start, and it's going to stitch down that, and then we're going to flip it down, and we'll flip the bottom down. Okay, so we're going to take this out of the hoop, flip it over the other way, flip it over the other way, and we're going to take, untape those, untape, and we're folding this down. We're going to put a little bit more tape this time. A little bit more tape this time because last time I ended up folding, guys. And yeah, that didn't work out very well. So I'm going to put 4 pieces of tape on here that I should have last time. So okay. Now we're going to flip it back this way. And as soon as we run this stitch, when we get done running this stitch, it is like sticking there. Stay there. Stay there. We're going to put a transfer in the middle because I want to have fun. We want to have fun here. So I'm going to pull this down like this. This one I'm just going to hold down. This one I'm just going to hold down like this because you can do that as you're stitching. Just be careful on that it doesn't come and stitch your fingers because now it's going to actually stitch below the actual stitch line. And I'm thinking this is going to be big enough. We're going to see. We're going to try. We're going to see if we can find a fun design to throw in the middle of there. Fun design to throw in the middle of there. So that's a fairly big space there. Fairly big space. Now what is it doing? Place the bottom fabric face down, right side down. Run step 5 to tack your fabric down across the zipper line. And there was a piece of batting that was supposed to go in there that we did not add. We're going to do it without the batting, guys. We're going to do it without the batting. We're going to do it without the batting. And it doesn't quilt on the inside of that pocket. It does not quilt on the inside of that pocket. Group, you run step 7. Grab your pocket liner, place it right side down on the back side of your hoop, covering the placement lines. Okay, so, hey, dude. He's like, good morning. Current temperature -4, Jackie. That is cold. That is cold. -4 is cold, guys. Okay, I'm going to move you this way. Move you this way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this iron on. And we are going to find I'm going to put that there. We're going to find a fun thing to throw in here. Let's see if I can find one of my ladies. Let's see if we can find one of the ladies here. Because the ladies are just fun, right? The ladies are just fun. I got gnomes. Here's a lady. How about this one? We'll throw her on there. She's kind of small, and I think she'll fit in the pocket. I believe. We're going to put you over there. We're going to put you over there. Stay there. I'll take you out of here. I'm going to grab you here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm going to put her right in the middle there. Right in the middle. think that one's cute. We're letting the iron heat up. And hold on, I'm gonna put the dog out because my husband just got up. So these lady, I had them printed, Marnie. I had them printed. Hold on a minute. I'm going to be right back. There you go. Morning. My husband's up. I was like, your turn. You get the kid. Okay. So here we go. Come down here. So like I said, the iron's all heated up. So now we're going to put this transfer right in the middle on this pocket. Right in the middle. Take that off, yeah. And you just take another piece of fabric. And like I said, I'm trying out this stuff called Magic Seal. So we're seeing how it works. Like I said, if I find that it works, I will let you guys know. I haven't used it that much, so. But supposedly it seals it in there and keeps it from wrinkling after you wash it or coming off. So we're going to see how it works. We're going to see how it works. Okay. So now we have, that's going to be a cool zipper bag, guys. That is going to be a cool zipper bag. Central Illinois. Yes, it's cold. Cold, cold. Okay. That is cool. Okay. So next step. So next step we're going to do is grab the fabric liner, open your zipper. So we need to add the back fabric liner. So we need to add the other side. We need to add that other side of that fabric liner. So we're going to grab the back side of the fabric. Back side. Because we're just doing the inside right now, and then we'll be doing the outside. So grab, and I think it's right side down. Grab your liner pocket plate, get it right side down. Yeah, right side down. Trying to read instructions here, guys. Reading instructions. So we're going to lay that flat down. We're going to take and tape that down. Tape that down. And on the front, we need to open that zipper because it's going to actually stitch around the zipper. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over to the front side. Flip it over to the front side here. And what we're going to do is we're going to open that zipper. So we need to open the zipper, because if you don't open the zipper, then you're in trouble. Then it doesn't work. So we're going to open that zipper, add a small piece, and then front pocket tack down. Okay, so then we're going to just, with that, we're going to tack down the front pocket. So we're going to run stitch 8. We're going to run stitch 8. So I'm going to put this back in the hooping. Grab take that tape off there. Okay. So let me turn you guys back this way. Turn you guys back this way. I'm trying not to, my floor. If I had a flat floor, guys, flat floor. So now what it's going to do is it's actually going to stitch all the way around that pocket. And it has the liner in there is up this way. So then in the zipper is actually open. So we'll be able to actually use that zipper. So let's go ahead and stitch that pocket down. Stop. Ah. Hold on. I should have taped the zipper down right there. Is this going to be one of those days, guys? This is going to be one of those days. Tape the zipper down, you knucklehead. Tape the zipper down. Because it'll stitch right over that. Let's try this again, guys. Try again. And I'm thinking we're going to have to raise that foot up some. Thinking we're still going to have to raise that foot up some. Okay, so now we need, I think we want some different fabric. We're just having fun with fabric. We're just going to have fun with fabric. So I'm going to cut this in half because I think it'll be big enough. We're going to test it, guys. We're going to test it. Hopefully. We're going to find out. Pretty sure it'll be big enough, though. Pretty sure. Because that's, yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be big enough. So now we're going to take and we're going to lay this one down this way because we're going to do the side because we have a side this way and then a side on the other side. So we're going to stitch this one down. So we're going to run that. And there's not a backing on this one because it's not a pocket. This one doesn't have a pocket on here. So. And I'm thinking we could probably trim that piece of zipper off here. Probably trim that piece of zipper. Oh. Sorry, dude. He's like, what are you doing? I'm not done here. So we're going to trim that piece of zipper off here. We'll trim it off the other side too before we stitch that one. So then we're going to pull that down like this. Because now what it's going to do is it'll run that other stitch there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to unhoop it here. We're going to turn it this way. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tape off here that we taped. As you see, it just comes right off. Your stitches just go right through it, so it does not hurt anything. So we're going to take and we're going to trim those off. Trim those off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the other one like this. And we're going to lay it this way. And remember, your zipper is on the inside. So you already have that one pocket. We've already done a pocket, y'all. We've already done a pocket. So now we're going to do is we're going to lay this one this way right here like this. And it'll stitch down this way and then it'll flop over that way. Flop over that way. Okay. Make sure we're going to run that stitch. Just a fun bag, just a fun bag. And anybody wants to know this, this is from Parker on the Porch. What is it? 8 by 10, Marnie. It says 8 by 10 is the finished size. But they have multiple sizes when you do get the design. There's multiple sizes in there when you get that design. So I just decided I wanted to do a big one. That way we could actually see. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, guys. I wanted to do a bigger bag. That way you could actually see it. So isn't this cool? How fun is this? And she just makes it fun. She just makes it fun. Fun, fun, fun. That one, let me look, see what. Okay, so it's going to do a placement stitch. So it's going to mark. So right here is a mark on it. It's going to tell us exactly where, because this one is the last stitch on here. It's it tells us exactly where we need to place it on that other one. So okay, so this one's done. So this one is done. So my tape is coming off here. So let's come over here and we're going to have to. I'm taking all this tape off here. We'll come over here and I'll show you what we're going to do. I'll show you what we're going to do because we have one more hooping. One more hooping, guys. They actually come together fairly quickly once you figure it out. Like I said, I hadn't done this one before, so I had not done this one before, but it's kind of fun. Who's having fun this morning? Yes, Parker on the Porch, Barb. Parker on the Porch. And if you search for, I forget the name of the, I'll show it again before we're done. I'll show it again before we're done. So, so now we're going to take and we're unhooping it. We're unhooping that. We're going to go ahead and hoop that stabilizer before we move to that next section too. That way, let's go ahead and hoop this stabilizer. You over there. And then, because we got to trim this one up a little bit. So we're going to trim it up before we move to the next one. That way we're ready for that one. That way we're ready. Ready, ready, ready. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And we have plans this weekend. It's going to be a rainy weekend here this weekend. I like to try and catch it right there where it goes. These magnets are so strong on here that once it's there, it's there. It's not moving, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back in here, and then we'll do the trimming before we move to the second design. Before we move to that second design. Okay, so here is the one we just stitched out. Here is what we just stitched out. So now, now we need to actually trim around this. So this is going to be cool. Going to stay in due to possible snow and ice here. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. Yes, stay in and sew. Stay in and sew. I'll be stuck inside. Not bad. I'll just sew more. Right? You have to do that one, right? You have to do that one. Okay, so let me make sure. So we're going to do on the top placement line marked with a line in the photo, use a ruler and rotary cutter and cut the excess off the top. Trim excess on inner liner pockets. Okay. So it looks like we're only trimming the top. We're trimming the top, and we need to mark that top placement line. So we're going to take a purple pen. Purple, purple, purple. I'm going to mark that one because that's where it's going to center. So I'll move you over a little bit. Move you over a little bit. This says just a 1/4 inch seam right there. So I'm going to hold that right there. I'm just going to trim it with the scissors on this end. Limited space, guys. Limited space. Okay. So then it says also mark on the back side also where that center mark's at. So we're going to mark where that center mark is at on the back side too. And then it said trim around your pocket, which I don't have a lot on my pocket on the inside, so we're okay. So we're going to trim around it. Trim that excess fabric off around your inner pocket here. Somebody's out hauling butt and they need to quit. Okay, so then we have our bag. Make sure that we're good. Trim excess around the sides on the pocket. So we're good there. Okay. Okay. So next one, we're on that placement stitch directly on your stabilizer. The placement lines at the top is the front for your zipper. So then we're going to do the front one because what's going to happen is we're going to run that placement line on the next one and it's going to put a zipper on top because you're going to have a zipper here and then a zipper on top on that bag. So, and we almost missed the puzzle piece guy over on TT, guys. Try again. And that was close. Well, that was close. I almost missed the puzzle, guys. Almost missed the puzzle. Okay. Back over this way. So let's go ahead and load that other design in here. Load the other design. Like I said, the last one is a 5-minute stitch. The last one is a 5-minute stitch. And this one takes, this one says 6 minutes. So you have 5 minutes on the first one, 6 minutes on the second one. And I can send you the information, Barb. If you look, if you go on E and just type crazy lady, it'll find her, or big eye lady images. It's from E. So taking my brother to eat breakfast this morning on his birthday today, since rain is supposed to start this afternoon, and then I will be in until whenever it snows and ice clears. Sharon, stay safe, please, and happy birthday to your brother. Happy birthday to your brother. Okay, so now we're going to run that placement stitch on here for the next zipper. And I think that next zipper is going to be a bigger zipper. I need to find a bigger zipper, guys. Hold on. While that's stitching, I'm going to find me a bigger zipper. I got a zipper door here. Let me find me a bigger zipper. Bigger zipper. Bigger zipper. That one works. Put the hot oil. I did that again. I did that last time, guys. I did that last time. So I found a bigger zipper. I got a drawer of zippers. I got a drawer of zippers here. If you can't find it, Barb, let me know. If you cannot find it, let me know. This is a big bag, guys. Do you see how big this is? Look at this. This is huge. I don't think I've ever done this big of a one. I've made zipper bags, but they've always been like little zipper bags. Not this big. You always got, and you want to make sure that your zipper is up. Your zipper is up on here. Tape. That one. Tape you there. Now we're going to run that placement because it's going to stitch down one side and then stitch up the other side. So and I kind of keep it lined up on that first stitch. Sometimes it'll move. Sometimes it'll move. Sometimes. Yes, Barb. Yeah. The AZ Custom Print. AZ Custom Print is where I send the images. What the heck? It is not stitching down. Why are you not stitching? Okay, it's pretty close. It'll be okay. Okay, so now back of the hoop, we're going to do we're going to flip this over. Flip this over. So it says front lining. So I need a big piece. I'm hoping, I don't know if these are going to be big enough. Are these going to be, they are not going to be big enough, y'all. Those are not big enough. I think those are not going to work. Hold on. Looking for other fabric, guys. Hold on. Hold on. That one is not going to work. That one. Oh, you know what? Our fun fabric. How about we use our fun purple fabric? Our fun purple fabric. Like I said, it tells you exactly what you need on the pattern when you get the pattern, but I'm bad. I never figured that out. I never figured that out prior to. So that is my bad. That is my bad. So back a hoop. Hold on. Oh, that's going to be the liner. I don't want that one there. I want the liner on that one. Thinking that one would be big enough. Liner. This is what happens. You should have all this prepped prior to. So you're going to line it up down here. Line it up down here. Tape this down. Tape that down. I'm just going to go that way. Come this way. That didn't work out very well, did it? That did not work out very well at all. You do not hold my fabric very well, tape. You do not hold my fabric very well. Turn your back over this way. I gotta look at that next step, guys. I gotta look at that next step. Okay. Hold on. Let me look at that next step because back of the hoop, line up your fabric, and then grab your bag front piece from the first hooping. Okay. So now we're going to grab, this is where we're grabbing our front piece, guys. Because our front piece is fixing to go on here. This is crazy. Okay, so this is the centerpiece. So we're going to line up that centerpiece right here. Because you have a center mark that it's stitched right here. And we remember we marked that center on here. Now it's going to take and it's going to stitch that down. Okay, so now what we got to do is we're going to flip it over. We're going to untape it. We're going to reuse those. And then we're going to bring our bag lining down. I'm going to tape those corners. I didn't tape those corners last times and I wished I had it. So we're going to tape those side too. Okay. Now we're going to flip it over to the other side. Flip it over to the other side. Take. I said, make sure that it's below that stitch line, which it is. We're going to line it up here. Line it up. Because now what it's going to do is it's going to stitch that placement line. So it's going to stitch around the bottom portion here. Okay, so now what is, oh, that's that. So we can do, so this is the top stitch. It's going to stitch right across the top. So it's stitching that top stitch down to the zipper there. Down to the zipper. So now we have, so it's going to actually put a placement line for, let me get that, I'm going to get the tape off the back. So we're going to take this tape off, this tape off. Because now it's going to run the placement lines for the tabs. And the tabs, what the tabs are going to be for is to connect your strap. To connect your strap. So we're going to click that one. And I got some stuff that we can use, I believe. Now, hold on, guys. We're going to take two different colors. Two different colors there, guys. Okay, now I got something of the same color. So we're going to do 2 tabs. We're going to do it about that big. So we're going to take 2 tabs like this. Thank you. So the frame is, I'm going to go that way. Thinking, let's go ahead and run that. I'm centering it there. We're going to run that stitch. So it's going to run to the other side. We'll let it run to the other side and I'll stop it before it starts. I will stop it before it starts there, guys. So we're going to go, looks like we're going to go right there. I'm going to mark it. It will, thinking. I think that'll be good. I'm just centering it in the middle of that. I'm going to stop it right there. Make sure it goes over that. Okay. Now it looks like it's... I'm gonna run that one. Okay. So now it's stitched both those down. And now I think we are down to... So it's going to sew... It's going to leave that one open. Hold on, I'm looking at the instructions right quick, guys. Because we're on step 9. Step 9 to completely tack down the exterior back piece. Put the back piece right side down on the front of your hoop. Okay, so that is where we need this one. So we're going to use this for the back piece. We're going to use this for the back piece. And stop. Ah, don't tell me I missed them. We should have, hold on. We should have totally picked up the hoop because now it's messed up. Ah, you know what? Well, we're just going to have to sew it together with the sewing machine, guys. So at that step, guys, you should have raised your hoop up. You should have raised your hoop up, and we should have opened the zipper up too. So we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to stitch it together ourselves. Sorry, guys. Yeah, oopsie. Yeah. So we're going to the sewing machine. We're going to go to the sewing machine. I guess if nothing else, this proves that we're all human. We are all human, guys. So we're going to take that embroidery foot off. We're going to put, because once you get to that step, there's no rehooping, guys. There is no rehooping. So I apologize. I apologize. At that point, guys, you should have raised your foot. You should have raised your foot on that one. So that's where it come into play. That is where it came into play. So thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sew, because that one was going to actually sew. Yeah, because we're going to, thinking we're going to have to sew from this side. Thinking we're going to have to sew from this side because I have, the zipper is open. That's going to open that. Let me look at the instructions. Hold on, guys. And then back of the hoop. Yep. Okay. So. Thinking I need to put a, don't have, hold on. Do I have my zipper foot in here? I need my zipper foot, guys. It's on my, I do. I do. I do. Because what's happening is it's not wanting me to play. Not wanting me to play. So my zipper foot, because, you know, we have a zipper here. So, all right. Let's try this again. I'm going to move that zipper if we can. Okay. I moved it down so we could still stitch. Nope. I hope this bag turns out. I apologize, guys. I apologize. Okay. There. And that was not stitching. Really? Do you just not like me today? Is that what it is? The sewing machine does not like me today. Does not like me. It is not playing nice, guys. It is not playing nice. Okay, so now we're going to stitch all the way around. I'm hoping I didn't completely mess this bag up. Hopefully. We were doing so well. We were doing so well, and I forgot to raise that foot up. This is an FYI. Raise that foot up, guys, because you're going through a lot of layers of fabric there. Otherwise, you end up doing what I'm doing here, guys. I locked my machine up the other day. What a nightmare. Had to take machine. Oh, gosh. Isn't it scary, Barb? Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to trim out that before we put the zipper. Take that stave up. Go up there. taking the stabilizer off the zipper before we put the back, because the next step is we're going to put the backing on it, and then we're going to turn it. We're almost done. It's pretty much, these are the steps that would have happened on the embroidery machine. We just ended up messing up with the embroidery machine, so it's okay. So now we're going to do is we're going to put the lining on top, and then we're going to have to flip it over and follow the stitches. Somehow or another. Somehow or another, we're going to have to figure that out. Not sure how. Unless we just don't do a lining. Oh, that is good. Not my day. Not my day. We were doing so good, guys. We were doing so good, and then I don't know what happened. We're just going to leave that. We are going to leave that. So we're going to see, because we need to leave an opening at the bottom. I need a different foot. I need my foot back. I need my foot back. So we're going to leave an opening there. Turn it this way. I need to make sure and remember to leave an opening here. Because we got to be able to turn the bag. Okay, stop there. Okay. Here's the real test, guys. Might help if I trim the thread. Trim the thread, you knucklehead. Okay. So, here we go. Don't worry. I hope it'll be fine. We're going to find out. So, we've left an opening at the bottom, and that's what the embroidery machine would have done. No snow yet, Barb. No snow. Okay. So, now we're going to do is we're going to trim it, and we want to make sure that we leave opening here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to trim down here. Where is my stitch? Here's your opening. There's your opening. So, what we're going to do is we're going to leave an opening, and we're going to use some what do you call it? Seam to seam, steam-a-seam 2 on there. So I'm going to trim around this. I hope this turns out okay. I hope this turns out okay, guys. Like I said, we were doing so well. We were doing so well, and then all of a sudden, I forget to do. See, that's what happens. You forget one step. You forget one step on there. Welcome back, Cynthia. So we're going to trim this around. Okay, so when you leave all this on the bottom, you only, yes, steam a seam 2, Barb. You got to make sure you do 2. because the Steam seam wasn't as good. So we only need the lining is what we need is the lining part. And here is the lining. So the rest of this we can trim off. So we're going to trim the rest of this off here. Rest of that off there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the lining. So we're going to do, did you see I have, congratulations, Cynthia. Y'all, let's send some good vibes to Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia needs this job change because she is phenomenal and she totally deserves it. So we need to send some good vibes to Cynthia here. Okay. So we're turning. Good morning, Grace. Good morning. We're having fun. Well, we're having a little bit of fun anyways. Y'all, we're at 120 taps. Y'all are awesome this morning. You guys are, man, I'll tell you. Y'all make it worth doing this. So we are turning it right side out here. It's for either of the two positions. Awesome. Well, Miss Cynthia, you're getting one of them. You are getting one of them. Is it for the closer location or are you still going to be at the same location? Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So we're turning it right side out. I'm going to turn this iron on because we're going to need the iron. Turning it on. It's for the home location and the one I'm at now. Okay. Well, we're going to try for the home location. We're going to try send good vibes for the home location. The little bump in the road proves your pocket is not a loss. If something like this happens, it can be saved. Yes, April. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your help. I appreciate it. Okay. So now what we got to do is we have that open here. We have the open here. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, let me grab that box. Hold on. It is right here. I'm going to move all my stuff here. We still got this. We still got this. I got faith. We got this. So we're going to put that there. And I am going to use, where you at? I just had it this morning. Where did you go? Where did you go? Hold on, guys. I just had it this morning. There it is. There it is. I found it. Okay. So this is what we're going to use. So zipper bag, Miss Grace. Zipper bag. What you do is you take a piece of it off, just a piece big enough, and I'm going to turn y'all. I'm going to turn y'all. Ignore my mess. Irie, those are becoming my favorite scissors, I think. So I need that. So we need a piece big enough to go in between where the hole is, for the lining. So we're going to take this, measure there. And we just put it on the inside. And it's called Steam-A-Seam 2, guys. Steam-A-Seam 2. And this works really well for like applique too. If you want to add applique to something. Turn that off. So now what we'll do is we'll take and press it with the iron. So we're going to give it a press, because what happens is you press it on there and it sticks onto the fabric, guys. It sticks onto the fabric. Thanks, Barb. I appreciate it. Okay, so now that it's stuck onto the fabric and it's really hot, so you take this one off, and so now you have sticky here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it down there. Ow, and it's hot. And we're going to press that down. You've literally now sealed your seam up. You've literally now sealed that seam up. So, and you don't have to stitch it. I still use Stitch Witchery. Oh, nice. Very cool. Okay. So now what we got to do is we need to turn it again. Did you unload your, I have not today. My husband's off today. my Husqvarna is really oops, sorry guys, I'm throwing my YouTube over here. My Husqvarna is really heavy, so I need his help on that one. So he is gonna help me. He's gonna help me. So today. So we're gonna turn your right side out. Turn your right side out. This is gonna work, guys. I got faith. I got faith. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. We're still gonna have a bag. We're still gonna have a bag. So we push our corners out. Push our corners out here, guys. Close up our zipper. Close our zipper up. We still did it. We still did it. Oh my gosh. I wasn't sure. I was not sure. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That was kind of scary. That was kind of scary. Y'all. It still works. It still works. And now I'm going to have to do another one because y'all, I did, Miss Grace. It is from Parker on the Porch. Parker on the Porch. Right? It is the cutest thing. It is the cutest thing. So you have the zipper here, and then you have the zipper here with the bag, and it's completely lined. We did it. And then we have handles. So I'll be able to put a purse strap on it. I might just use this. I might just use this one. So, because I kind of like it. So perfect size for like your wallet and your phone. I wonder if the phone will fit in here. Do I have my phone in here? I do have a phone. Hold on. We're going to see. We're going to see if the phone will fit in the front pocket. Do you think it'll fit in that front pocket? I don't know. No, your phone will not fit in that front pocket. I mean, if you have a smaller phone, it'll fit in that front pocket. But yeah, this is an example. Okay, here's my phone. This is how big. This is a big bag. This one is a big bag. So this was the 8x10. This was the 8x10. So it still worked out okay. Still worked out okay. So they tell you to do, they tell you to put, what do you call it? Batting and stuff in there. I don't like them that thick. I don't like them that thick. So works out. It's actually a handbag. I think, I don't think I have, because I think, I mean, you could use it as a fanny pack. That would work out really. You're right, Barb. You're right. It would work as a fanny pack. So I don't know. It was fun today anyways. It was fun, right? And like I said, we just added the little lady on there. Added the little lady. The little lady was cool. So very cool. Schedule for next week, guys. Schedule for next week. Anybody have plans this weekend? Okay. So next week's schedule is on Monday, we have Puff and Bordery. On Tuesday, we have, we're going to do those lanyards, guys. We're going to do lanyards on Tuesday. Get ready to do those. Those are going to be fun. Wednesday, we're going to go over all the supplies you need for that virtual retreat. So 18 inches of snow, Crystal. Wow. That is cool. Thanks for the follow, Rosa. Thanks for the follow. Snow and ice here. And y'all, all I have to say, y'all, please stay safe this weekend. Please stay safe with those storms coming through. Stay safe with the storms coming through. Thank you. You have a great weekend. Can't wait to see this sweatshirt done. Thank you. Thank you. Trying to survive ice storm. Lisa, please stay safe. Okay. Again, Monday, Puff and Bordery. Tuesday, lanyard. Wednesday, we're going to go over the virtual retreat and work on UFOs. Thursday, zipper bag pouch. We're going to do another zipper bag on Thursday. Maybe we'll do another one of these. No, Miss Dolly, send me a message. Yes, the bag is finished. The bag is finished. And then Friday, Friday's quilt block. Quilt block for January. Quilt block for January, Friday. So here is the bag. If anybody missed the bag, here is the bag. Good morning, Miss Fran. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm thinking, because we have zipper bag again on Thursday, I think we might do another one. I think we might do another one of these on Thursday. Yes, you too, Miss Pearl. You too. Thank you, Irie. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it was fun. It was fun. So I think we might do another one of these next Thursday. So now that we've done it once, let's do it again and do it correctly. do it again and do it correctly. So we'll make sure it works. The sweatshirt you were going to do, are you going to make it? Yes, I will. I will make that one. Probably not next week, but the following week we'll do it. Did you get the stuff to get? I have not got the stuff to do the dog harness. So try a crossbody bag, Fran. Okay, we may look at that one. You did almost make one of those ones that go around your waist with that pattern. Did you? Oh, you did almost make. Yeah, I think you could do a waist one. I think you could do it a waist one. So you could, right, Joanne? Totally. So fun. Anyway, Parker on the porch, y'all. Check out the design part. And just if you want to search for, hold on, I'll tell you what to search for. It is called, let me scroll back up. It is called it is a hipster zipper. You're right. It goes around the hip. It's called hipster zipper. So if you do double hipster zipper, that's what it's called. So fanny pack. You're right. It is a fanny pack. You're right. You guys are right. You guys are totally right. So anyways, thank you. 135 taps, y'all. Thank you for that. And thank you for all the gifts. And thanks for following me. Joanne, right? It's one of those days. It's one of those days. Yes, please, everybody stay safe. Cynthia, you keep me posted on your interviews. Yes, Grace. Yes. You are correct. That is where the design is from. So, anyways, anybody interested in the virtual retreat, give me a message. Next Friday is Quilt Block of the Month. You do not have, yes, right. Praying for everybody. So, next Friday is Quilt Block of the Month. If you subscribe, I'll give you the physical pattern. If not, just stay and watch and you'll get to see the pattern. Each month it'll be a 12.5-inch block. And by the end of the year, we'll have 12-inch block. We'll have 12 blocks and we'll be making a quilt out of that. How fun is that? That's going to be kind of cool. I got to get me a zipper bag to be able to put all of them in so I can keep, because y'all, I lose things. So, but anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see y'all on Monday. Come join on Monday for Puff and Bordery. Come join, right, April? I'll get the schedule posted and I'll put it on the page. So give me a follow. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Give me a follow. Again, Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. We're going to have fun. So y'all have a wonderful week. And I will see y'all Monday, and stay safe, please. Stay safe. You too, Miss Abby. You too, Miss Shannon. Thank you. Thank you over here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. So you guys are awesome. Our group here on YouTube is growing. So I appreciate y'all. So thank you.